Hey guys, welcome to this next tutorial by Alien Animations. First, I just want to say some quick stuff first before we jump into the tutorial. If you guys are wondering at all why there hasn't been a lot of new scenes by me lately, Stefan, it's mainly because at first I was actually pretty discouraged. I only had I think it was 20 views in the first 2 weeks, and to be honest, I felt pretty low at that point. I wasn't really happy with what was going on, so I thought if nobody's watching these, there's no point in doing them. About 3 days ago, I came back from the cottage that I was at, and they had gotten to about 5,000 views, and they were featured on CG Society, and it was the main tutorial of the day, and I felt really good. It felt good that other people were seeing my work and seeing what was going on. So that was really nice. So I thought, you know what? If people liked it, comments were really good, I thought maybe I should start making some more of these. So that's what I did. And before I show you what we are going to do, I also want to say one more thing. I really would like it for future tutorials that instead of me coming up with the ideas, because I don't really know what you guys want to see, I'm not sure what the community that you guys are watching my videos, what you're interested in seeing me doing. So if you could leave comments saying what kind of scenes you'd want me to do, what kind of objects you'd like Benjamin Cogswell, he's the other guy that works on this channel, to make, anything that you guys want to see done. If you guys want to know how to use a certain feature, like texture painting or different light settings that you can use, or ways to make your renders look better using lights, just let us know. Leave a comment down in the comment section right below this video, and just tell us what you want, and we'd be very happy to try to do that. So now let's jump into the tutorial. This is the finished image. I'm going to be teaching you how to doing the texturing, the how to put like the paper on the ground, how to be doing the lighting, and how to get the glow effects from the lights. And that will all be shown to you in this tutorial. So let's get started. Start by opening a new file. And I like to push T to get rid of the toolbar. You can grab this and go down, pull it down so it gets rid of the timeline, because we're not going to be using that. And now we are going to hit X and click delete, and then hold Shift A, and that is how to add objects. And we're going to add a plane. Okay, I think I used 2x2 or 2x6 or something for my scene. So just push Shift D, and that'll duplicate it. Now, if you hold Control, this is really neat. It snaps it to the grid as you move it. Pardon me. So it's very exact, and you don't get seams. And now if you just push Shift, and we're just going to Shift D that a couple of times, just so we have a nice length for our scene. I think that's good. Okay, so now that we have the floor, we might as well go and add the walls. So Shift D again, rotate along the Y, and you can push R and then Y. That's how you rotate along any axis. So you can push RX to rotate along the X, such and such. And now once you should see something like this, you can push on your keypad 90, and that'll rotate exactly 90 degrees. And if you don't want to do that, another way to do it is if you come over to to this panel right here, the object panel, you can see in rotation, if you want it to rotate at 90, just push 90 in there along whichever axis you want, but I do it that way because it's a little bit quicker. So now we're just going to keep shifting here. We're going to try to, basically what we're doing right now is we're shelling out where we're going to build, because if we just started placing objects first, the size may be off, or it just may not look right. So that should be a good height for that wall. And for the back wall, I think I had it the same height, so you can just select those, Shift E, and then push R along the Z. And make sure when you rotate it that you're noticing that the proper face is facing where the camera's going to see it. I know that sounds a little bit confusing, but like this plane here, if I rotated it 180 degrees, when I rendered, especially in game engines, if you have it backwards, it'll show up invisible, which is kind of weird. I don't know why it does that, but it does. If someone could tell me, that'd be kind of cool. I'm I've always wondered why. Okay, perfect. Now for the sidewall, I think I only had 2 planes. Yeah, definitely 2. Okay. So now that we have the shell, what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of put like this groove feature on the wall just to make it look like it's not perfect. The greatest perfection is imperfection. So what we need to do is we're just gonna add a bit of detail to it right now. If you push Control R, and you can make a loop cut, and this basically adds a line of vertices. And yeah, put one right in the center there. Perfect. And now what we can do is we can just push extrude, and let's grab. So push G to grab along the X. And I think it was not 0.3. Grab along the X, nope, not even that. Grab along the X, 0.1. Yeah, okay. So now you should have that. You can delete those. And you should have something like that. Now what we can do is we can do the exact same thing on this side. And extrude, grab along the Z, 0.1. And we can go ahead and bring those down. Okay, you should kind of have something looking a bit like that. I know it's a little hard to see, but that's something that you should have. It's just to add some detail. And now what we're going to even do on top of that is we're going to put one there and one there. And all that we're going to do is just, and to go into edit mode, I should have probably said this earlier, but you push tab. So this is object mode. This is edit mode. And if you want to undo something, it's Control Z. It's like that for most programs. So get familiar with those keys a lot because you will definitely use them quite a bit. Okay, that's looking good enough, I guess. And we can just go ahead and Shift D and bring those down. Okay, perfect. And I actually did this twice, so I think it was something like that. Yeah, I'll have to see. I can't remember very well. And all right, perfect. So we got the brick wall. Okay, that's actually all that we're gonna do for modeling wise on the brick wall. I put a gutter up along here, and it was actually really half-assed, but you can just push tab, and we're gonna make a loop cut. You can put one right about there. Yeah, that should look about right. Bring it down a little bit. Okay, you can Control R, and I think I extruded mine. Yeah, just about to there. It wasn't even that much. And now, since this is a gutter and it's obviously going to have a different texture than the brick wall here, to break objects apart once you've edited them, just select the vertices, or yeah, it should be orange. Whatever is orange will be deselected. And all you have to do is push P and then selection, and now you will have a separate object. And I like to give separate objects really close by, like a different color, just kind of so you can tell the difference when you're editing them. And now all we can do is just Shift-D that over. And I know that's probably the cheapest, worst looking gutter eavesdrop I could ever make, but you know what? It's going to have to do. Control S is to save. Make sure to constantly save your stuff. Oops. Sorry, guys. Whatever. We'll just save it there. Now let's go in, and we're going to make a dumpster to put right there. So I'm going to teach you guys how to model that. I am still kind of new to modeling. Before I'm working on like some scenes. I was working on kind of like a game with my friends, and most of the time I just did environment art, and I left the objects to Benjamin, who did most of the other object work. But I started to realize I should probably start doing my own stuff. Otherwise, come the time when I want to get into the industry, get a job, I'm not going to have very much skill. So it's definitely something that you're going to want to practice all sides of the spectrum. Okay. There you go. We're all done. No, kidding. It looks really bad. Okay, so let's give it a little rim to the edge. Just push Control R. You can bring that up to there. And then if you hold Shift Alt, you can select a whole line of vertices, so it's a lot easier instead of going in one by one, hand selecting them. And especially if you have thousands of vertices, it's a really helpful tool that Blender has. So if we bring it out just to about there, nothing too crazy. Probably going to bring this line of vertices down a bit. Much better. Okay. Let's make the handle really quick. We're kind of running out of time, but that's okay. Multiple parts. Should be like that, and then just keep adding loop cuts like so. Okay, how did I model this previously? I think I added another row of loop cuts in here. Yeah, I think that's right. Oh, no, it wasn't. Sorry. So we're going to extrude these out. Yeah, go ahead and add loop cuts like so. Just trying to remember how I did it the first time off the back of my head. Okay. Yeah, that's what I did. Okay. And now to add the handle, all that we can do is we can just add a quick loop cut there. Oops, pardon me. And there. And A is to deselect or select all. By the way, just if you want to deselect the vertices that you have instead of going manually and clicking them. And now what we can do is we can just hit extrude. Oh, yeah, we can extrude, just size it in so the vertices aren't sticking out. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the exact same for this side. And then after this, I'll probably cut this part off and we'll continue on into the next one. Okay. So in the next part, we'll finish up this dumpster here, and we will probably jump into maybe a bit of the lighting for the scene. And I'm trying to keep this under 4 parts, to kind of, I don't want you guys sitting there forever just watching me babble about some stupid Blender stuff, so I'll try to keep it short, keep it simple, and we'll actually be using some modifiers in these tutorials too, on how to, it's just simple mirror modifiers, but it'll kind of be a nice introduction if you've never used them before. So, yeah, thanks for watching part 1, and I hope to see you guys in part 2, and please leave comments on your thoughts and what I think I could do to improve myself. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.